Hello, welcome to Gathering Gall. So finding your comfortable, stable, standing position, feet well connected to your mat, feeling through this to the earth below. And then coming to squeeze at the waist. So I have fingers up the front, and I have a thumb at the back. Feeling into the dimension of your body. And then placing hands where you feel your gallbladder and your pancreas is. So gallbladder is on the right, pancreas on the left. And they both feed into the top of the small intestine, releasing bile and pancreatic juices as part of our digestion. So the hands release, soften through the knees. We're going to take the tailbone forwards and back. We have a gentle rock through the soft spine of the digestive tract. And then for the gallbladder meridian, just to the outside of the eyes, around the sides of the head, behind the ears, down to the sides of the neck, the tops of the shoulders, sides of the body. And then we come to the pelvis, a little bit stronger here. And then we can carry on down the seams of our leggings and trousers. If you can reach, we bend down to the foot and finish on the lateral side of the fourth toe. And when we finish, we just relax there in a forward fold. And then we bring our pelvis forwards to roll back up. So we're going to bring the legs relatively close together, releasing the fingers. You're going to lose my hands, but palms are up to the sky. And then we're taking the left leg. We'll lift the heel. Then we're going to flex the foot and see if we can make a balance here. Then this foot comes down, it's on a diagonal. We open the arms. The right heel is up. You can stay here, or you can tip into a balance. And then we come back. We're keeping the left leg bent. We're taking the right arm down towards the foot. We come back up. We change the bent leg. The other hand comes down. We come back up. We change the bent leg. Come back up. We stay with that bent leg. The arms are out, and we're going to lift the toes of the right leg. We have a flex foot. It might even be possible to lift the heel of the left leg. And then that comes down, the other foot comes down, and we find our way to parallel again. So for the other side, we lace the fingers, we push palms up. We're shifting the weight this time into the left. The right one, we might only take the heel up, or we could come up with the flex foot into a balance. Then that leg comes down, we open the arms, we lift the left heel. So here you could stay, or you could balance and come into a star. From here, we come back, leaving the right leg bent, the left leg straight. Opposite arm to foot. Come back, bend. Come back, bend. And come back. So this time, it's the left leg. We flex the foot. The arms are out. You might possibly lift the right heel as well. And then the feet come down, and we return. So when we talk about having Gall, there's a sense of power and determination. So we have a couple of moves to express this. We have our qigong punches. So we have our fists, take them here, and we're going to take some punches. As you come forward, release your breath. So bringing the arm in, releasing. So the second one, we have the weight into the left leg, and we're going to bring the right knee across and the hands in the opposite direction. Again, you can bring in the breath. We make the transition. So the weight's now into the right, and we're going to bring the left knee across. So strong, determined movement. The arms are counterbalancing. So we have one more flow here. In standing, I'm just going to change my angle. And we start with the chair. So we're bending at the knees, dropping the pelvis down, and the arms are coming up. We're bringing both arms down to the left. The right hand is staying on the left leg, and the left arm is coming right back. We're going to stay there. Lift the right heel. We'll drop a little bit more. Then we're going to take this leg back, which is the right. Now place the foot down, turn into warrior one. Then we're going to lift the heel of the front foot and just drop in a bit deeper. Lower the heel, lift up the back leg. See if you can come into a balance. It might be a little one, it might be a big one. The hands, you can do what you like. They can come forwards or they could come back. And then we release in and I change sides. So we start with the chair. The arms come to the right. The left hand stays to the leg. Right arm comes back. We take the left heel now. It comes up and you drop a bit lower. Then the left leg is going to come back. So you have a lunge with this twist. The back leg, we then flatten. We turn into warrior one. And then we're going to lift the heel up of the front leg. Drop a little bit deeper. Place that foot back down. Shift the weight, not taking the arms back this time. And into warrior three. Bring the arms and the leg back down, roll up and return to where you started. Maybe you feel a bit different from the very beginning. And now we'll make our adjustments. Well, I'll make my adjustment with the camera. You can make your adjustments with your body and mat to hands and knees. If you need a drink or support in any way, please take this time. So, hands and knees. Pancreas and gallbladder. I'm going to let them move side to side. And we'll take this into circling. Doesn't matter which way you go first. We'll then circle it in the other direction. We take a pause. I'm just going to come back onto the other mat because I'll be better in your view. The next one, we're going to come up to a high kneeling position. Here, we're going to squeeze the waist again. Then we're wrapping the right arm round the front, the left arm round the back. We're having a twist. We'll curl the toes under, and the left hand comes to the left heel. We reach the arm up, look up. Then the lower arm comes up. You're going to take hold of the right wrist and draw it over to the left side. Come back to center and release. I'll turn around and we'll do it all on the other side. So we're taking the left arm round the front, right round the back. Then, and the toes are curled under. Then we'll take that right hand down, left up. Release. The right hand is going to take hold of the left wrist. We're going to come over to the right. We'll come back, arms down, and ready for our first flow on hands and knees. So we're starting with the downward facing dog. So toes under, lifting up. Then we're going to take the left leg. It might come up a little bit, or it might come up a lot more. And then we're taking that back down and we're swinging it through and taking ourselves into a lunge. Now, we'll probably have to slide that front one a little bit further. The back one we can relax. We're going to take this even deeper. We're going to bend the front knee. We have a deep lunge. We push back. We have a sense of 90-degree angles with the legs, and we take the arms up. We bring the hands down to the right and take the left foot out to the side. And it's turned out, I don't know if you can see that, to make a lizardy leg. We have a rock forwards and back. And then see if you can take an elbow to the floor. It doesn't matter which one. Have another rock. Take a pause. Some people might be able to get the other elbow down. If you're not able to, just join in the rocking again with the one elbow down. Pause. Then push back up. We're coming right up again. And the front leg, we're lifting the heel. We're dropping the pelvis through and lifting up. The foot comes down, the hands come down. The foot turns back in parallel. The back toes turn under. And we're going to take the left arm up, which will rotate us. If we want it deeper, we're going to, with the toes curled under the back, take up the knee and lengthen on through. Bring that all the way down. Going to let the front leg lengthenish a bit. Come back and have a little bit of a shake out. I'm going to turn for the other side. And when you're ready, we are going to downward dog again. Now it's the right leg that's going to come all the way up. Then it's going to swing down and hopefully you can bring it through. The back leg is going to come down. We're going to take the weight even further forward. And then we'll push it back. So we have the kind of 90-ish degree angles of the legs. We'll bring the arms up. The palms are facing in. And then we bring the hands down to the left here. So we can take this right foot out for the lizard. Lizard leg, we'll have a little rock. Pause. We're going to choose one arm. We're going to let that lower to the elbow. I think you can just see that there. We'll have another rock. And then, if it's available, we take the other elbow down and rock. If it's not available, you can continue the rocks you did before. And then we're going to push back up, all the way up. We're going to just let the pelvis come forward and down. Going to lift the heel and take the arms up. The hands come back down and the foot lowers. The foot in front goes from lizard to parallel. We're then taking the right arm up for a rotation. We can now deepen this if we want to by curling the back toes under and lifting up the back knee. It's not for everybody. You might still be in the first one. Back, hands down, knee down, and lengthen through that leg to where it's comfortably challenging. We'll take the weight forwards and loosen on out. You might need to give the leg a bit of a shake. And the hands. From here, we are taking the right leg. It's coming back. We curl the toes under. We push back into the heel. This leg then is going to come up as we move our weight forward into the hands. Then we're bending the elbows back towards our knee, back up. The leg comes down. We rock back. We push forwards, weight into the hands. The leg comes up. We bend the elbows towards the knee and back. Last time on this side. Push, weight forward, lifting the leg, and then bending. Return. The other side. So we have the left leg. It's going to come back. We're going to push into that heel. We're going to push weight into the hands, which will allow us to bring the leg up. We're then bending the elbows towards the front knee for a dip. We come back. Push. Weight forwards. Lift. Dip. Last time. Push. Weight forwards. Lift. Elbows back to knee to make you dip. Bend the leg down. Coming in. And dolphin arms. Here, we'll have a little rock. So we're feeling the power of the gall bladder, the power of bile. We're going to let the toes curl under, and you may be able to take the knees off a little or a lot. You might even be able to walk your feet in. Only stay here as long as is comfortable. And then lowering back down, finding either a high or a low child to pause. And then we come into the final flow on hands and knees. So, hands, knees, that neutral position. We're taking the left leg, it comes directly out to the side. The toes are pointed forward, so I'll just lift the leg up here, but the toes are pointing towards the hands. Then we walk the hands back. We lace the fingers, we're up into that hero again, the palms are up, and then we're going to arc it over the lengthened leg. And then we come back. The hands come down. The lengthened leg bends into a balance. We bring it through into a pigeon. Then we're taking the right hand out to the right. And we're going to try to thread the left arm through. So we have a twisted child. So you might be up quite high. You might be able to come to the elbow. You might be able to come to the shoulder. If this doesn't suit you, find whatever pigeon position you would like. And we'll ease our way out of this. I will turn to the other side. In fact, I will just come across a little bit so that my leg can come into view this time. So it will be the right leg comes out directly to the side and the toes are in the same direction as the fingers. We'll walk the hands back. We then lace the fingers. They're coming up into the hero. And then we are arcing over the straight leg. We come back. The hands come down. The leg bends and lifts up. And it's going to gently swing through until you find your pigeon. This time it will be the left hands going out to the side. I'll bring it forward a bit so you might see that easier. Bend the elbow, and it's the right arm's going to come under. You might rest at the elbow. You might be able to bring the shoulder down. So we have a twisted pigeon. And then finding a push through the hands to ease our way back out. And then from here, we're coming to sit. And we're sitting, first of all, with the legs in any position that you like. So I tend to cross mine habitually, but you have them where you want. Let the spine grow up to the sky and down to the earth. And bring the hands to the waist. So nice squeeze here, fingers to the front, thumb to the back. Then we're either placing the hands on the mat or on our legs, whatever feels appropriate. And we're arcing back and forth. It's the cat cow one. So I'm sucking in, drawing in the abdomen, lifting up, and then pushing forwards. Allow the abdominals to move with this. So you have that suck back, draw in, and then that lift up and out. Then we're going to take it into some circling. So we're going to go to the left first, come back, right, forwards. Try to keep the movement coming from the gallbladder and the pancreas area. When you're next to the right, take a pause there and then come back the other way. Let that settle. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So we have this extended butterfly. And the gallbladder and the pancreas connect us with our digestive tract. They're going to release bile and pancreatic juices into the top of the small intestine. We're going to move with the soft spine, which is the digestive tract, in front of the bony spine. And we're going to, again, draw back. We're going to lift up and over. Draw back, lift up and over. Draw back, lift up. This time as you come over, settle here. Now we're going to just bring the torso up a little. We're going to take the chest and we're going to scoop it forwards and up and then round back and down. So we're going the other way. So over the last couple of weeks, we have been scooping. Next time that you scoop your way through, we'll take a pause. And then we come to our first flow here. So the left leg is going to lengthen. The right leg is going to bend. And I can probably come a bit further forward now. So from here, we're taking the arms out. I'm going to the left first, and we have a sense of reach and ripple. Whatever that means for you, we go the other way. Reaching, rippling, reaching and rippling. Then the left hand comes down. The right hand comes up and back. And we use that to arc us over. So, keeping the arm over the head. And then we can turn and fold if it's comfortable over that leg. So you might be here, you might be here, you might even be a little bit lower. Roll on up. The lengthened leg now bends. You have several options. You can either have your foot flat. You could have kind of crossed legs. You could have this left foot on your calf. You could have this left foot up on the thigh. So lots of variations for our half lotus there. Once you've established the one that you would like, we are going to twist to the left. So the right hand will come onto the left knee. We have this twist around. Then we're taking the back arm, we're lifting it up and over. It reaches towards the right knee, but we look to the left. So a combination of a twist and a lateral bend. We're going to come out. The left leg is going to stay bent while the right leg lengthens, and then we're on the other side. So here, reaching and rippling. The right hand down. The left one comes high diagonal to the back and then finds its arc over the head. And we're going to turn it so we can fold over. Then we slide ourselves back up. This lengthened leg bends. It's either flat, it allows cross legs, the foot comes onto the calf, or it comes up to the thigh. Choose the one that's right for you. You have the spine growing up and down at the same time. And then we're twisting to the right. So the left hand will come there. So we have that one first. We establish the twist. And then we're going to take the back arm. It reaches back and up and over to the left knee, but we're going to look to the right. Coming back out. Releasing. So we come to the sense of having Gall, that strong determinedness. We're going to take, I need to come back a bit, we're going to take a leg, it doesn't really matter which one, we're going to support it, and we're going to make a kick or a push. So if you want it slow, it's more of a push. If you want it quick, then it's more of a kick. So just see what's right for you, but you have a sense of that power that you have in the leg. So a flexed foot supports this. We'll try it on the other side. Yeah, if you're kicking or pushing, then we can release that breath on the push or on the kick. Just slide the feet a little bit forward. We've got the legs bent. We have those fists again, and with the release of an out breath, the punch. Now to that, and now to our last flow. So the legs are going to be the left one lengthened and the right one bent. And it's going to open. So the foot could come to the inside of the leg, or the foot could come on top of the thigh. So you choose which one's right for you. We have a flexed foot on the lengthened leg, and we're going to fold towards it. We come back. The bent leg. We're going to take hold either on the leg or on the foot. The knees coming up towards the armpit, and we have a bend and lengthen. This time when you bend, the foot comes down. We have our hands. We're going to press. This time I'm going to point the foot at the lengthened leg. You might be able to push the pelvis off. It might come a little way. If your foot is placed directly under the knee, you'll have a bit more room to come up higher. And then we come down. This bent leg is going to cross over. If the foot is near the knee, that's easier. If you slide it right up, can you see that? Right up, then it will be deeper. The lengthened leg has a flexed foot. That flexed foot can either remain heel to mat, or you could even lift it up and then you twist away. You see what's right for you. If you have lifted it, as soon as you're ready and you want, it comes down. And then we return. Uncross and into two flex feet, forward fold. Feeling out this. I will turn myself around and we'll now go on the other leg. So this time the right leg is lengthened, the left leg is bent. It's either out to the side or the foot comes up here. And we have that fold again. We're sliding back in. We're taking the bent leg, either supporting at the sides of the leg or the foot. The knees coming up towards the armpit or shoulder. We find a lengthen and a bend, a lengthen. You can bring the heart towards the knee as well if you want. It comes down. We reorganize the arms. We have that lift through the torso. We might be staying here, or we might have a lift up. And then all the way back down. From here, the bent leg is coming across the lengthened leg. It could be at the knee level, or it could be at the thigh, or anywhere between. The right arm is wrapping around the left leg. If you want more, then the flexed foot can lift. When you need to lower it, lower it. Come back. And we will fold. From here, making yourself comfortable down on your back. I'm just twiddling because there's a bit more space this way. We're going to come down. Your legs can be bent or they can be lengthened. Starting with the hands, one over the gallbladder, one over the pancreas area. So either taking some in-breaths, allowing some out-breaths, or being aware of the movement of breath that's there already. And then taking these hands, tapping the outer edges of the eyes, around the sides of the head, behind the ears, down the sides of the neck to the tops of the shoulders. Then down the sides of the torso. When you come to the pelvis, making fists, having a good tap. Then bringing the knees up to the chest, carry on the tapping. up to the knees. You might be able to come to the lower legs and finish at the lateral side of the fourth toe. If that's not available with two legs, you might be able to do it one leg, or you could actually just stay with here. Then we're going to place the left foot down. I'm going to lengthen the right one. Have a pulse here. And we're going to bend it and circle it. I'm going to circle it the other way. And we're crossing over. If it's available, above the knee. If it's not, below the knee or at the ankles. The feet are off. The arms could be by the sides of the body. They could be shoulder level-ish. We're going to use the power of the abdominals, and we're going to come to our tipping point one way. So we're not going right down to the floor. We come back to the center, then we're finding our tipping point the other way. The next time you come back to the center, place the left foot down. So the right one stays up. And then we're going to take both knees to the left. We're looking to the right, and we have quite a deep spinal twist. And then find our way out of this. We're going to change so that the right foot is down, the left one has lengthened. Pulse here. And it bends. You find that mobility in the hip socket. And then the other way. We have the cross. So above the knee, or it could be below the knee. At the ankle there. So, whichever you've chosen, just take the arms somewhere to the size that feels appropriate for you. Drawing in the abdominals, and we're just tipping one way and then tipping the other way. And come back to the center. The right foot comes down, but the left one stays on top. We take both knees to the right, and we look to the left for a deep spinal twist. And then we're going to release out of this and come on to a side with the legs bent. Here we have a little rock. And then a squeeze of the waist. From here, We cradle the head, the feet come up, we come down. We lengthen the upper limbs, the leg stays there, the palm comes in. The leg flexes up and then comes forwards. You might be able to rest the toe down and have a little rock. And we bring that back, repeat. So, last time on this side. Lengthening. The hand comes down. The leg comes up. Then it comes forwards and pulse. Bend in and slide up to semi-sitting. So here, we're taking both feet up and then we're opening a clam. We're taking the top foot, it's flat down, the other leg lengthens. Flex the foot and lift up and down. Come back in. Top arm, we're arcing up, back. Really lift the underneath waist. You continue with 2 more, or if you want to add the pelvis lift with it, you can. Then from here, we let the legs come to the other side. I'm going to come down. We have those legs bent. We have a little rock. From rocking to squeezing the waist. Feeling the substance of yourself, front, side, back. Then from the squeeze, cradling the head, finding that compression movement. So one of those, lengthen. The hand comes in, the leg comes up, it comes forwards and we pulse. We come back in. Compress, lengthen, hand up, forwards and down, pulse, in. Compression, lengthen, the hand comes in, the leg is up, it comes forwards, and we pulse. We bend back, find our semi-sitting position. The feet are together. They come up and we open, 2 and 3. We're going to take the top leg, put the foot down, we'll lengthen the other leg in front of it, we'll flex the foot, and come up, down, up, down, up, down. And then back in. Top arm is going to arc up and over, but the movement is coming from the waist. Pushing So again, but if you want to lift the pelvis as well, you can. Take a pause. And coming to find your final sitting position, whatever that needs to be for you today. Making yourself comfortable, whatever you need. So see if you can find some fluidity in the torso. So our pancreas and our gallbladder contain fluids, the bile, the digestive juices. What's it like to have fluidity? And we'll let this settle. Find that growth in the spine, both the bony spine and the soft spine, up to the sky, down to the earth. And then palms together, connecting through the sternum to the heart. Closing your eyes. So you might be aware of movement in the chest or the belly area created by your breath. You might even feel the heartbeat. There are sensations in the body, twitches, tingles, places where you feel comfortable and less comfortable. Hot places, cool places, tight, loose, heavy places, light places. And then you bring your awareness to your outer layer of skin. How do you meet the air around you? What is the temperature like? What sounds are you receiving through your ears within your room, your chosen space? And softly opening the eyes to the light, to the color, to the shapes and textures of your place. Thank you very, very much. So you might need some time now to come to a more everyday place. You might just want to take time to rest upon your mat. If you need to awaken, then you can stimulate the skin layer of yourself. You can find some wiggles and jiggles, whatever feels appropriate to reacclimatize yourself to whatever will follow after this session. And again, thank you very, very much.